Welcome to Medicare GPS, navigating you step by step through your Medicare journey. My name is Jamin White. This is my wife, Paula White, and we are founders of Four Oaks Medicare Planning, and we're excited to be here today after a little bit of sickness.
We were on a little hiatus, down and out, but we are back.
We are back and ready to go.
Full force, ready to go. So today's topic is going to be different types of Medicare agents. A lot of people don't know that not all Medicare agents are the same, certainly as it relates to different types of options. So we're going to be getting into that today. Then we're going to have some story time, followed by some inspiration, and then follow it up, as usual, with deadlines and news and things people need to keep in mind with Medicare.
So let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing that usually comes up is independent, right? So are you an independent agent is something we get a lot of, right? So kind of explain that, the difference between, say, independent and the alternative, which I guess is a one carrier situation.
Right. So you probably, okay, those types of situations where you would have either you go direct to the carrier, and usually when you're talking to a licensed agent that's direct, they're usually called captive agents.
Okay.
And so a captive agent is essentially when you call them, you're going to get the offerings of basically that one company that they are tied to.
So they may have a couple different plans and they'll think, oh, well, we'll go over and find the best plan for you. But what they're really saying is, of the plans in my company,
right,
I'm going to give you the best plan for you. So not all the companies, right? Not the, United Healthcare, Humana, Aetna, Mutual, all those. It's just one of those in particular.
So when you think about it, when you see the commercials or you open your mailbox, you're turning 65 and you're just getting inundated, you'll notice there is a lot of different companies and the companies have different options. And so you just want to make sure that when you're talking with someone, you know that they're independent, meaning they represent a variety of companies, hopefully the major ones in your area. And that's what you have to be careful of as well. I mean, when you're talking to someone and you call them on the phone and they're captive, who knows what company they're with and how well it works in your area. You want someone that's very familiar with the area, familiar with the doctor groups and the hospitals and what's going on in that plan. And that's an independent agent is going to be able to provide you that.
And now, right, there's a disclaimer that we actually have to say when we're on the phone that says, hey, this is how many companies they represent, and this is how many plans of those companies. So if you're on the phone with someone and they don't say that disclaimer, they're not giving you all the information, right? I mean, they have to say that disclaimer.
Right. They're either not being compliant or, they're just with one company. So you just have to be careful.
Yeah, so they should say that disclaimer. So that's a really big thing that just came out this year that the consumer needs to be aware of and paying attention and go ahead and ask them, are you independent? What companies do you represent? Those are very valid questions.
There are, and just to back up a little bit, why is this important? Because it can cost you a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, go into that.
If you are put into a plan that is not going to work for you, and it might be that one company plan is way better than another one, but you need to know that you're getting that option. And so we'll get into some of that, but all it comes down to is you want great coverage for the lowest cost, and you don't want to find yourself in a plan that is just going to cost you a lot of money because you didn't hear about all of the options because you were talking with someone that offers one company, and that's all the options that you're going to get.
Right. Well, and I think of it too at review time, right? It's every year these plans change. Every year your health may change, your budget may change, right? So you have all these different things, and each year, at least the Medicare Advantage plans, they change. So what are you going to do? You're going to call Aetna again and say, okay, what plan is best for me now? Well, again, they're just going to give you the Aetna options. They're not going to say, oh, yeah, you should go to the UHC plan now. You know what I mean? So even at a review time, you really want somebody that's an independent person that can look at all of the different companies and all those plans within the different companies.
That's right.
So the next thing that usually comes up is certified, not certified. Kind of go into that. What are the certifications and why is this important?
Right. So, Medicare is highly regulated, by the federal government. I mean, it's not just that you're a licensed agent, but you also you really need to get the proper certifications to be able to offer all of the different products. There are specific certifications that you have to do in order to offer Medicare Advantage plans, Part D drug plans. You can't just get a license and go and sell a Medicare Advantage plan.
Right.
And so it's really important that you are talking to someone that is fully certified. Again, because you'll find a lot of people do Medicare on the side. Maybe they are a financial planning firm, or they do, there's something, but their specialty
they do property and casualty.
Right, and it's not Medicare. So they may offer Medicare supplements where you don't have to get all the certifications. But then what are they doing about your drug plan? A lot of times they'll tell you, well, you're on your own for that. We don't do that.
Here's Medicare.gov.
Or sometimes a Medicare Advantage plan comes up. That's really what you want. So, but they're not going to offer that. Just depends upon what is going to work for the individual person.
Right. So again, if you only have half of the options, you're only looking at half of the options.
That's right. I think it's important that you get someone that is full service Medicare. They're going to take care of everything when it comes to your Medicare life. They're not going to do one part and they say, sorry, go somewhere else for that, or just call Medicare.gov for the other stuff. Well, no, you need someone that is going to help guide you through the process, not only this year, but next year, and then answer the questions where they have responsibility over your Medicare portfolio in a sense. Now, one other thing that's really important is, again, all the product offerings. It is important to be certified, but make sure that you are not just talking to somebody who is just giving you Medicare Advantage plan options.
That's true, too. A lot of people are very negative about the Medicare Advantage plans because of that reason. They're just like the 1-800 numbers on the screen. A lot of those are just pushing Medicare Advantage plans, or you have certain agents that are, maybe trying to make more money, and so they're just pushing, one particular type of plan.
It's really all about finding an independent agent who is going to walk you through the process, but it's not just an enrollment and then you're done. So our success is not by shoving you into a plan
that doesn't work for you.
That doesn't work for you, because then you're in charge of, you can totally leave.
Yeah.
And go to somewhere else. Obviously, there's plenty.
Well, you're certainly not going to tell your friends to call us.
Right, and there's plenty of agents out there. So you just want to make sure you have someone full service who's looking out for your interests, not their pocketbook for the short term. Because I promise you, you'll know who they are, and you will not have a long-term relationship with them because they're likely not going to answer the phone the next time that you call them.
Well, that's true, too. And I think also just, when you're on the phone, making sure that you don't feel pressured into anything. Really the job of the agent is to present the options,
it's
educate them, educate you, and then you're the one that then feels empowered to make the right decision for you. So definitely keep your ears up for feeling pressured into any sort of plan that you're uncomfortable with or you don't fully understand.
We think our clients are smart people. And so you just need information. And we always say, look, at the end of this process of just the initial enrollment, you're going to know why you choose something and why you didn't choose something.
Well, and that goes right into our step-by-step process with Medicare. It's educate. That's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to empower you to make that right decision for you. And then we're going to enroll you. But we're going to go through those steps and make sure you feel 100% confident. And that's what you should expect out of a Medicare agent.
Absolutely.
How does this then affect the beneficiary? Why does this matter? Independent, certified? What really is the differences with the person that's going on to Medicare?
Well, I mean, it just sums up, you get a lot of options. And they'll help you fine-tune the options so you're not overwhelmed. But you'll still know that you're getting a survey of the entire market. Second, if they're full service, they're going to stay in touch with you. They're going to do annual reviews with you to make sure that wherever you are, everything is still good with your Medicare supplement, whether your Medicare Advantage plan, Part D. Make sure that they follow up with you every single year to say, hey, this is the time
things
that we
change.
need to make a change.
The plans change. Your health might change. Your budget might change, right? So we need to review those every year.
And if they're full service, they should offer you help with claims and service. You know, our job is not just to do an enrollment, set it and forget it. No, our job of a good Medicare agent is to be available so that if the client has a problem with the claim, we do this all of the time. Triangulate with the client and the insurance company and the doctor and figure out what is going wrong, because I promise you, you are stuck in the middle. And if you just call the customer service line at the insurance company, you're going to get a different person every time. And they're going to go, well, it's the doctor's problem. And then you call the doctor and the doctor says it's the insurance problem. So you need someone there that says, no. We're all going to get in a room together and figure it out, because the client does not need to be in the middle.
Today's story time, we're going to go over how we saved a client $1,800. That's just 1 year we saved. So tell us what happened.
Yeah, I mean, this goes right to why you want to find an independent agent.
Yeah.
This client called and had already signed up with one carrier. This was a Medicare supplement. And lo and behold, they needed a drug plan. Well, they called one carrier, so they only get what that one carrier offers.
For the drug plans. Right.
I put in all of those, and I said, wow, your prescriptions are not very expensive. And when I looked and compared to a different company, the savings just by moving to a different company was $1,800 for that 1 year. I've had clients that have been on a drug plan for 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
1,800 times 5.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. And that's what happens when you just go straight to a carrier, you talk to someone's independent. You need to know that is going to cost you in the long run.
Well, I think a lot of people, they research it and they think, oh, I'm going to research it and that's going to save me money, right? Which is a misconception in this industry. And then they kind of get fatigued. They get to where they're like, okay, I picked the company for my supplement. So, or they think they have to stay with that same company for the drug plan, right? They don't realize that, oh no, you can get this supplement over here from this company and this drug plan over here from this company to combine get you the best savings, right? They don't know that. And then they get fatigued. They're like, I did all this research on my supplement. Now I don't want to do all this research for a drug plan. Right. And
well, they look at the drug plan as just this little add-on.
Yeah.
But it is not just an add-on. It can be a lot of money, and the drug plan premiums vary widely, and the coverage varies widely. One size does not fit all.
Well, and you have the difference.
That's exactly.
Yeah, you have the difference between co-pays, co-insurance. A lot of different things. We actually have a vlog on our website, Demystifying Part D Drug Plans. That's a great one to research if you think maybe you're spending a little too much money on your drug plan, or you're getting started on this journey and wanting to understand supplements plus drug plans and how those drug plans work. So definitely check that out on our website, Demystifying Part D Drug Plans.
One thing that just to add is, again, all of our services are always free.
Right.
They never cost you anything. So that brings up 2 points real quick. Why would you not use a independent certified agent
if it costs the same?
Because it's not going to cost you anything.
Right.
And second, doesn't happen very often, but some firms will charge for their services. That is not industry standard at all. So just make sure that you're finding a place that's going to take care of you, offer you all the options, and not charge you for it.
And not charge you. Right. Okay, so that takes us into our quote of the day, which is, the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more your life there is to celebrate. Who do you think said that?
I have no idea.
Oprah.
That sounds a little bit like an Oprah
That
quote.
Sounds like Oprah. Yeah, no, I think it's great. Celebrate our lives. Let's praise our lives as we go, and then we have more of
Well,
it
life
to
can be
celebrate.
hard. We know that. But there are times where the doom and gloom gets us down, but there are the small things.
We got to celebrate the
Look
small
outside
things.
and We don't get them very often right now, but, the blue sky, spring's coming.
Enjoy the weather.
So
friends and family.
think positively.
That's it. Okay, so now that brings us to our final segment, which is latest news and deadlines. Where are we at right now?
Yeah, I mean, just a reminder, we're in the open enrollment period, so there's some ways in which you can change, like your Medicare Advantage plan or go back to original Medicare. And then there's also always the special election period. So if you've recently moved or even some disaster declarations. So if you feel like you need to make a change but didn't, there could be some opportunities where you can. So you just have to call us and let us know, and we'll see if we can make some changes at this time.
All right. Well, that wraps up this podcast episode. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Make sure to like and subscribe. Find us on our Medicare GPS podcast on wherever you see podcasts, and follow us. And join us next time for all the latest news in Medicare.
Bye-bye.